everybody, it's me, Power the Possum, and I'm playing some Dead by Daylight as the Xenomorph, also known as Big Chap. We are going to be doing a review of Alien Earth. If you haven't seen it, it's fantastic. Please go watch it if you're an Alien fan. I think you would like it. I'm a huge Alien fan, and I liked it. It landed well with me. So, I wanted to talk about it a little bit in this little bit of gameplay slash show review, and I wanted to talk about it. I wrote down some stuff. So, like for an example, let's talk about the opening framing of humanity. Right off the bat, they talk about humanity versus synthetics and how humanity is flawed and synthetics are better. But, you know, that whole story arcs through the whole show, and you finally learn that maybe being human is better than being synthetic. But we'll get there. So the synthetics is the main focal point of the show. I thought was really cool, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Gabriel, who was played by Alex Lothar, he represented the synthetic perspective, logical, detached, and yet oddly fascinated by human favors. But switching, let's see, you got to talk about Wendy if we're going to talk about the synthetics. What a great character. But it's starting off with all the human little kids that are sick and dying of terminal diseases being wheeled into this room where they're going to change their consciousness from human to synthetic. I really want to talk about that for a minute. I've got to talk about this for a minute because there's the proverbial question, is it really happening, or did you just kill a bunch of kids and copy their brains into a synthetic robot? And now you've got a synthetic robot that thinks like them, but it's not really them. Their real honest-to-God consciousness is gone. That's where I stand. I think that you can't really move your consciousness into a computer. I don't think it's possible. But, so yeah, the big question is, did they do that, or did they just murder a bunch of kids and create synthetics that have the memories of those kids? And that's what I think happened. Okay, moving on. I loved Commander Holt. If you remember him, as played by Timothy Oliphant. Obviously, they made him... Aha, you thought you were going to hide from me, didn't you? I tell you, don't hide. Hiding is dumb because it was the red scratches on the ground. That's how I knew he was there. If you're being chased by somebody, do not hide. It doesn't work. We will find you. Anyways, there was the ethical questions about humanity versus synthetic, and it was depth that I didn't expect from an Alien show. For a show, I thought it was just going to be like, I didn't know it was going to be so good. I also liked the new aliens. There were several new aliens introduced into the show. The ship that was in space was a investigative science research vessel, and they had found a bunch of different aliens, and they were studying them. And of course, one of them was a Xenomorph. And you know, spoiler alert, the boy, which everything was based on Peter Pan, which I adore, but the boy, he was, what a great character. What a great, I mean, that actor had to have so much fun playing that character. He was barefoot everywhere he went. Oh, you thought you could hide from me, didn't you? But he was so funny. But he did it on purpose. He planned it out, had a espionage on board to crash the ship onto his territory so that he can get the aliens and stuff. It was really cool. A great story. I enjoyed it immensely. I wish that... Well, no, it did get renewed for a second season, so we're good there. But the eyeball parasite... Let's talk about the aliens now. The eyeball parasite, I think it was called the T-Oculus, something like that. It was really scary at first, and then kind of cute, and then scary again. And then it's like, oh, it's really smart, and it's actually... Is it trying to help, or is it acting in its own self-interests? Because it was very intelligent. I thought that was really cool. Especially whenever it was like, it first got into that lamb and the lamb stood up and it was like, whoa. And then it was like looking at him and, oh, you thought you were getting away. I grabbed you by the neck. Now I'm going to go stick you on a hook. Oh, you thought you were getting away from me. Ha ha ha. Anyway, then there was that plant creature that was on the ceiling. That was really weird. It was mysterious, and then finally acted at the very end. And I think the ones that disturbed me the most were the ticks. It's like got on him and then oh, dead. So that was creepy. It was like so much blood. But I loved it. It was really cool. And of course, our classic Xenomorph stealing the show, being controlled by Wendy. Wendy's little pet Xenomorph. That was so cool. I was so excited whenever she was able to command it to fight for her. It was really cool. So that was also really good. But the chest huggers, the chest bursters, the face huggers, the Xenomorphs, they were all really good. Oh my god, fire hurts. And I really I'm looking forward to, because the way it ended, it ended like it was going to have a season 2. Like, it wasn't a cliffhanger. It was like, oh, this is just another episode, and we're going into a season 2. And I am glad it got renewed for a season 2, because I am really curious to see where the story is going. Because they left it with a great spot, but everybody keeps getting off the hook. This is making me mad. I have hooked every single one of these people. Now I've hooked every single one of these people. So everybody's been hooked once, but they keep getting... They're slippery little buggers. They keep getting off of the hook. They're slipping off the hook. So I sit here and wait, and then as soon as I walk away, somebody comes and gets them. But anyway, moving right along. So, it has been renewed for production. Effects officially renewed Alien Earth for Season 2 in November of 2025. Filming is set to begin in London in 2026 to release expected on FX and Hulu in the United States, Disney Plus internationally. So yeah, we are approved for a Season 2. And that's good. The story and direction. Season 1 ended with Wendy and other synthetic children taking control, setting up power struggle. Showrunner Noah Hawley tested that Season 2 will be about all they have is problems, meaning that Wendy and her group will face constant challenges. The narrative will continue to exploring human consciousness and synthetics, alien human survival against multiple species, and different alien ecosystems. We can expect more of the new creatures in the next season. Like the eyeball parasite, the ceiling plant, the blood-sucking ticks. They should all be in Season 2. The themes of Season 2 will depend on the ethical questions. What does it mean to be human if consciousness is synthetic? That's a good one. And can humanity coexist with alien species, or is extinction inevitable? I guess we will find out. As far as the cast and crew, I'm sure that... Look, I love the crew. Everybody talks about the cast, but the crew is very important too. It is a giant machine with many working parts. But returning cast includes Sydney Chandler as Wendy, Alex Luthor as Gabriel, Essie Davis as Anya, Samuel Blinken as Jonas, Ardesh Gurprov as Kieran, and Timothy Olyphant as Commander Holt. Their arcs will likely support the fallout of Season 1's finale, Wendy's leadership, Gabriel's synthetic logic, Holt's minimalized ambitions, and Anya's ethical dilemmas. So, definitely something. I have hooked everybody at least once. 2 of them I've hooked twice. But the Season 1 cliffhanger, I remember a lot of people were upset with it, because it felt like another episode. It didn't feel like a season finale, because the story continues. So I think it did well, and I'm looking forward to seeing what all we've got coming next. But it was in Alien Earth episode 7 called The Emergence, whenever Wendy actually talks to the Xenomorph and can control them for the first time. And talk about, I mean, they set so many they broke so many boundaries in this show, introducing so many new things to the franchise that were good, like not bad. Like sometimes, they do stupid things. This wasn't stupid. Like they introduced new things to the franchise that have never been done in an Alien movie, and it worked. Like dissecting the egg and pulling out the facehugger. That's never been done before. All kinds of little things like that. Just neat stuff. Controlling a Xenomorph for the first time. That's ever been done before. Actually speaking the language. Being able to mimic the sounds that the Xenomorph makes. That's never been done before. But the way they pulled it off, it really worked. Would I recommend this show to anybody? No. Would I recommend this show to Alien fans? Abso-freaking-lutely. It's not like Aliens, so it's not like a big budget action flick. There's not a whole lot. There is some action, but not a lot of action. It's really more about the ethical questions between humanity and synthetics. And it's also about the innocence of childhood, because it's these kids are now adults having to fight off all these terrifying, traumatizing things. But are they really kids or not? Are they just synthetic with a kid brain in it? And it's like, I love it. It's so brain hurt. This fire hurts me, man. Look, I couldn't get anybody. Everybody escaped, didn't they? Oh my gosh. I hooked everybody twice. Oh, thought you were getting away, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hook one person if it's gonna kill me. Like, seriously, everybody got out. I thought I was gonna hook everybody. I hooked everybody at least twice, except for this guy. He's gonna get away. He got away. Alright, well, hey, thanks for coming and listening to me jibber jabber about Alien Earth and watch me get defeated in this game as the Xenomorph. Once again, would I recommend the game? Yes. I mean, would I recommend the show? Yes, I would, to Alien fans. I would recommend it to even if you're not an Alien fan. I think it would be good. Well, thanks for coming. Pirate Pots and Bob. Bye-bye.